Hello everyone and welcome to your weekly gaming update for April 11th. My name is Locke and we got lots of video game stuff to talk about, so let's get right to it. First off, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. The Resurgence pack came out. It's a free pack of DLC to inject some life back into the multiplayer. I don't know if everyone else is as addicted to this as I am, but definitely check out my write-up in the link below there in the section where I just go over how surprised I am about the multiplayer in Mass Effect. But the Resurgence pack gives you 2 new maps, new classes, which is awesome, new races. You can play as a Batarian as well as a Geth, which you've never been able to do before. I think both of those are worthy additions. And new weapons, of course. And I actually opened a Geth yesterday. I was using a Geth infiltrator and he's pretty cool. You also get a Asari Justicar, Krogan Sentinel, and Vanguard, I believe. Or Krogan Vanguard for sure. And then there is a Batarian Soldier and Sentinel, and they're pretty cool to play as. Oh, and then sorry, the Geth Infiltrator and Engineer. So there's a lot of more dudes to use, and again, I cannot get enough of that mode. I don't know whether it's the loot aspect of it and just that lottery that you get when you open up those packs, or just it's a solid co-op experience. So check out my write-up below and you can see that, and then definitely just, if you're playing Mass Effect 3, grab that free DLC because it's awesome. We have a bunch of downloadable titles this week on Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network. First off, we have Splatter, one of the, I believe an IGF finalist or a PAX 10 finalist last year, which is a cool puzzle game. It's got some fluid dynamics going for it, and it's very bright, colorful, and charming, and I highly encourage you to check that out. Another game coming out, which I haven't sort of seen a ton of. I've only seen trailers and character kind of bio demos of is Skullgirls, which is an interesting downloadable title since it's marketed as a fully fledged fighting game. And we've had fighting games before. They're usually HD remixes of, you have your Street Fighters, your King of Fighters, all those, Mark of the Wolves. There's a ton of them, but this one was a new IP fighting game downloadable title, which is interesting because they are definitely going towards not only the hardcore fighting game community, but their hook is that you are able to learn, and it's going to teach you how to play this fighting game, which you don't really get from the other ones. There's not a ton of great tutorials. The last fighting game with a great tutorial I had was Blaze Blue, interestingly enough. So that is Skullgirls. I believe it's $15 on Xbox Live Arcade and PSN. I think I'm going to pick it up, try it out. I really like the art to it. It's got some cool characters. They're all very dark and sinister and macabre. So I think that alone will sell me on it. And then hopefully it's got some cool fighting game mechanics to it, and those hold up. Last game that I got to tell you about, coming out on Friday, it's Fez. I've been waiting for this since I first saw it like 3 or 4 years ago, and I bought the soundtrack, pre-ordered the soundtrack for $5. It's absolutely stunning. There's some great free songs you can download right now, about 6 of them, and yeah, Friday is going to be Fez Day. I'm just really looking forward to this puzzle platformer that harkens back to the 8-bit era in both in both sights and sounds and puzzles. So I know a lot of people have a problem with Phil Fish and his attitude, but I think he is just a really outspoken indie game developer, and I think he's a really cool guy. I've talked to him before, and he's quite down to earth, and he's brutally honest, which is great. I think that's super important, and it gives him a sense, shows integrity. So Fez, that's $10 on Xbox Live Arcade. Make sure you check that out. I think it's gonna be one of those must-play games. If you're not into the whole puzzle platforming adventure thing, grab the demo, because that's the best thing you can do for that. So yeah, that does it for new release downloadable titles. I haven't even looked into full releases like disc games, but you know what? I'm excited for all 3 of those downloadable titles. Last thing, got to talk about mobile, of course. Nightfall. It is a deck building game on the iOS platforms that, if you think of Dominion or Thunderstone, it's kind of like that, where you start with you all start with the same hand, and you buy cards and grab them and recruit them, and you build your deck as you go. It's $5. It's got a cool werewolf vampire theme to it, hence the name Nightfall. And I'm not talking like Twilight vampires, like really brutal underworld vampires and werewolves. It's really easy to pick up and play. Pretty simple rules. Play a couple games, you can get into it. It's got pass and play multiplayer. It's got online multiplayer. It's a solid game for $5. You're gonna be playing it a lot if you like. Like I said, if you like Dominion, if you've been playing a lot of Ascension, and again, yeah, the Thunderstone, those sort of deck building games, I love those because, gotta love those cards. But that's it, I think, for the show. Other than that, so really backed up on videos because of the Easter delay. Took some time off to just, kind of recoup. So we're gonna have good new season of Good Co-op, Bad Co-op coming out, the official start of the new season, season 2. We had some shorts going for that to sort of fill in some time, but that's going to be debuting on Friday. And then Big Chief Battles resumes next Monday, so be sure to check those out. And of course, every Wednesday you'll have the weekly gaming update where you get all your news, reviews, and all that great stuff about games from myself. So again, thank you again for watching. Comments and questions below. Love to answer them and interact with you guys. And pass this on to anyone that may like it. I think that does it. We'll check you next week. Thanks for watching. Peace.